Yo guys, welcome to a new episode of Hijoe Explains how to fight smart, not hard. So since I became pro, I did not have the best mechanics. So for everyone out there who doesn't have the best mechanics, this video can definitely help you. It's really important to be good at fighting, and I think it's also possible without good mechanics. I will show you the best techniques how to outplay your enemy without any crazy piece control and then end up killing him even if your enemy is a better fighter than you are. So I will show you some example fights of myself. You can see right at the beginning, I get hit for 100 from the enemy. And so I just box up. And I think, guys, in general, if you don't have the best mechanics, rather go for a box fight and play passive instead of build fighting your enemy or pushing your enemy directly. Because if you play like a realistic fight or build fight, it's more, you rely more on your mechanics. And if you have bad mechanics, you should rather box fights. Because in box fights, your aim and the peaks are more important. And so you can see here, what I basically try to do, I see him replacing my wall. So because I heard he has his SMG out, you can see he's with his SMG. I know he won't have his pump out, so then it's my time to edit. And you can see I have good right hand peek here and can get a free shot. I also think, especially if you box up, always make 2 boxes. So you can see I'm not in one box. I have basically a 1x2. So that's how I can create a better peak for myself. Because, I mean, if I'm only in one box, I can't really create a right hand peak like I did right now. Okay, so now I go up. I mean, yeah, kind of basic retake. So I see this guy opening a right hand peak. And because I knew this guy has the wall on me, I don't even go for the wall. So I just back off and place the floor. You can see it's pretty defensive. And once again, I go for a safe right hand peak. In this peak is really good if you have like the stair above you. And I mean, in this peak, nothing really can happen to me. I mean, here I try to piece him. But you can see, I mean, my piece was not good enough. We can easily get out. So here I try to do a little high ground retake. And then, guys, one thing I think which is really good is just to use your climbing. If you're not the best at piece control, just climb. I think it's so OP, you can see. I do a really good jump and then climb up from the side. So you can see my enemy basically zero awareness. So I climb up the first time. Now he thinks I'm here. And then I instantly climb up the second time. Because look, I see in my screen, he places the wall there. So he expects me to go up on the left side, basically. But then I instantly climb up on the other side. And here, I mean, you can see, he still thought I would be here on the left box now. And he wants to make a peek. But I'm already climbed up on the side of him. It's really important to climb up where your enemy basically does not look. So then, in this case, you can see I get a free shot. And right now, my enemy sees me, so I have first shot. And that's basically a priority where I know, okay, because I hit him first, I will probably win the aim duel. And this is exactly what happens here. So I can win off the fight. So you can see, my enemy gets on high ground once again. So I try to go up a little bit. I mean, yeah, fail. It's not too spectacular. Here I do a nice side jump. You can see the high wall where I protect myself. Now you can see he got a double edit on me. So basically he wants to piece me. He already got the walls on the right and behind me. So I instantly added my stair. So I can protect myself from a pump. And then go down, okay. I tried to get high ground back, but I see, I mean, it's kind of no opportunity for me to get high ground. Obviously, in-game, you could not crank that much, guys. It's definitely not worth. You can easily get spleefed out by a third party. So yeah, once again, I see my enemy goes up with only one wood floor. So this means I can easily spleef him and get a free pump, maybe. But my enemy had good awareness, so he saw me spleefing and got a free pump actually back on me. So now I'm kinda... Yeah, I kinda lost HP. But I have the flopper. The slurpfish. You can see here, I already did the peek even though the stair is like above me, because I knew my enemy would want to keep pressuring me, so he would edit the stair. And then I have basically a good peek. You can see here, I actually didn't get the pump off, and my enemy could replace the floor. So I instantly go down. Okay, so now what's the situation basically? I went down, I exited my cone above me. So now this cone here is basically 1 HP. So I mean, if I go back into the mind of my enemy, he will probably spray the cone in order to just get some damage to make me low. So I use this. Now I even hear him pulling out his SMG. So then I know I can go for a free pump because he won't even have his pump out at this moment. So I can just jump up and basically get a free pump on him. Even though now I'm kind of in an open spot. But because he hasn't equipped his pump yet, he can't really pump me back. I mean, in this case, he was actually fast enough to pump me. But I think it was still good, still a good trade for me. So now I see him. So I want to sleeve again. Because I already expected him to drop. Because this sleeve was not the best, you could say. So he drops down. I see him. So I block him off with my wall. And then here, guys, it's important to notice the sound. You could hear he pumped already. He pumped me because he thought I would keep spleeving. But I blocked the pump with my wall. So now because I heard that he pumped, I know he can't pump me a second time again. So I instantly used the opportunity to edit the wall and get a free pump on him. And now in this time, guys, you can see my edit is not the best, or my peak is not the best. But it doesn't matter because my enemy can't pump anyways. So I just edit and get a free pump on him. Without basically any risk that he pumps me back. And I get the free kill. So now fight number 2. By the way, guys, if you want to watch me play live, turn into my stream. The link is in the comment below. I stream every day on my Twitch channel. So you can see it starts off pretty simple again. We both ramp each other. So now I see, okay, my enemy has the wall in front of me. So what will probably happen? I mean, the enemy has a wall on you. What will he do? He probably edits. So that's why I pull out my pump and get a free hit on him. Because in this case, I mean, he didn't really create a white sand peak. And also, guys, you can see how I move to the left of the wall. Now I will turn down the speed. You can see I go full to left of the wall. So I can hit my enemy even though he makes white sand peak. So let's say the enemy does like a peak here, top left, where my mouse is. I could still probably see him just because I'm kind of faced like towards him. So with my pump, I could hit him every time. And because my enemy edits, he has to edit delay and I can get the first shot. So I mean, in this case, obviously the enemy didn't make the best edit, but let's say he made this classic right hand peak. I mean, you could see I could still probably shoot him in the head pretty easy and get the first shot. So here, 170. Then, because my enemy hasn't shoot yet, obviously he wants to go for a shot most of the times, because my pump has now delay and I can't shoot a second time. So I instantly edit my cone so I can block off any damage he can make to me. And then I first of all go out because obviously it was not really my box. And I chill for a second. You see I even box up. I'm more like a passive player, I think it's better. But now because I see that my enemy does not push me, so I push him. I mean, it's great if in-game you could dip right now. You can see once again, I do this cone trick where I climb up. And now you see, okay, my enemy has the wall on me. He basically, I mean, he made a good play. He got the cone in my box and the wall now. So what do? I mean, most of the people would probably go out on left, or on the right, or on the top. You see, all walls, or I mean, all pieces are for me, so I could easily get out. But if I go out, I mean, the enemy will just edit and give me a free pump, basically. I can't run out fast enough without getting damage. So instead of going out instantly, I just wait here with my pump out and aim basically on him. You could also see my crosshair was already on the enemy, so I was just waiting for him to edit and get the first pump again. So here, guys, also really nice move for me, basically. Really good movement, you could say. Movement also, I mean, really good parts of the fight. Really important. Most of the people underestimate your movement. So you could see, okay, I didn't get the wall with my pump back. So now I have a problem. The enemy has the wall on me and wants to kill me, obviously. So what will the enemy probably do? I go into the head of my enemy, and the enemy will most of the times do a right-hand peek. So the right-hand peek will look for him somewhere around here, the left side. So most of the times, obviously, this edit. Here, like the triangle, top left, top middle, and middle left, basically, out of my perspective. For him, it's of course this edit. For you now, this edit. I mean, you know what I mean, I think. Or maybe like a window edit in the beginning. So where is basically the space where he can't see me? It's obviously at the bottom right for myself. So basically here I'm safe. And you can see I see him edit now. Okay, I'm pretty open. But I mean, here is basically the safe wall. He can't see me if I go behind this. So what do I do instantly? First of all, I crouch and go to the right. So you can see I instantly crouch so he can't see my head. Then I move to the right because here, I mean, now I'm so far behind the wall, he can't really see me. He could have only seen me here if he do a left-hand peek. But obviously no enemy will do a left-hand peek because it's just not so smart. You can see he actually hits the wall because he didn't even could hit me. And now I can use this time to go out and create my own box. And basically I escaped out of his piece for free. So now I saw the opportunity to give him a cone. I think your cone placement is really important. It's a skill you should train a lot. So I saw him placing a stair. And every time enemy basically is on a stair, you can cone him pretty easy. So this was the case I did here. Danke für eine Weltkarte. GG, sehr geil gespielt. Danke, Bro. So here, I mean, I tried to climb up. This was kind of obvious, guys. I mean, you could see at the beginning of the fight, I already climbed up multiple times. So it was kind of obvious from enemy that I will do the same play over and over again. So he could basically predict my climbing. Maybe I should have placed like a cone above so I could protect myself. Because obviously he was holding his pump out and was looking down. If you then climb up, I mean, he can just get a free pump. Das war jetzt nicht so geil gespielt, Leute. So I boxed up here, waiting for him to push me and then get a pump back. I mean, nothing really happens. Willkommen auf meinem Twitch-Kanal. So I need to go up and see this. I see my enemy didn't really connect well. You should always keep in mind that you can spleef your enemy and see in the fights if your enemy is well connected or not well connected. So here I instantly saw, okay, my enemy is only connected on 2 tiles, so I can pretty easily spleef it out. Also, another advantage of the sleeve is, look at the bottom right. I only have 4 builds left. It's kind of hard to see for you now, but I only have 4 builds left. So basically, what means when you have low builds, you want to end the fight pretty quick and don't build yourself. So like I see the opportunity to spleef and actually get the right-hand peek for myself here at the enemy wall. Now you can see I use the right-hand peek. I can easily pump him because obviously he can't build because he just got sleeved. Then I get a free shot on him. Okay, so here the next fight, guys. I mean, I get peace kinda. I say it often in the video. So he has the double edit above me, guys. So most of the times, this guy will edit. I could flip my ramp. But I mean, then I have the risk of him just spraying above and getting cone and maybe get still a pump. So oftentimes, a lot of people don't place the walls like above your box. I could see there are no walls placed here. So I just wait for him to edit. I mean, I try to pump him, but it's kind of obvious that I don't hit a pump here. Because he's also in the right-hand peak with this wall. So I just place here these walls. So then I have the piece control again and he can't pump me. So you can see I use it to get out. And here also important edit. I went out, but kinda in this piece again. And you could see I wanted to go out on the wall, but I failed my edit. So I go back and now I'm kind of lost in the box. So here I see he drops down on this wall and wants to edit. So you can see my crosshair, guys. Crosshair placement is also really important. I'm already on his head, you could see, or kind of on his body now. So I'm waiting for him to edit. And then instantly when he edits, you can see I shoot. And while I shoot, I already move out of the box. So then I can be in safe place. So what's the advantage when you instantly shoot when the enemy edits the wall? So there are two cases which can happen. First case, which happens in this scenario, I get a free pump on an enemy, and then I can maybe escape. Or I get a pump back, but it's whatever. It's still kinda good because, I mean, obviously the enemy has the piece control. Or second thing which could happen, the enemy does like a right-hand peek where I don't see him instantly. So my pump goes in the wall, but because the enemy just edited, the wall will be 1 HP. So when my pump does not hit him, my pump hits the wall, and then the wall breaks, and I can place my own wall and get the piece control back. So here I get the free pump. Actually, because I already moved out of the box while aiming on him the whole time, I can reset my own wall pretty quick and don't even get a pump back. But obviously, I mean, I could get pumped back. But it was kind of good that I moved out at the same time. So now, I mean, it's my time to pressure him because he's low. And I obviously still have 200 HP. So I got my high ground. He has the same guys. He kind of pieced me. So I just look up for him to edit. In this case, if you're like down below and he's one layer up and has like the double edits and this wall, it's pretty hard for the enemy to do a good peek where they can shoot you and you can't shoot them. So if you stay close enough to the wall and hold your pump out, most of the times you can get the pump back. But like, what edits should enemy really do? There is no edit which works like 100% of the time. You do like edit here at this left and maybe hit me. I mean, maybe I could still see his feet. So let's go for a pre-fire. But I just escape.
Cooler Schuss, aber der Schuss hat mir einfach nichts gebracht jetzt am Ende des Tages.
Need it, and my enemy goes nine again. You can see I got the cone here. Pretty good cone because the enemy ramped again. So I tried to piece him, but instantly, you see, instantly after I placed the ramp, I closed at it. Because obviously I had the SMG out this time, so I could get pumped without me pumping him back. So it's important if you don't have your pump out that you cover yourself. And here I know I'm in his piece, so I wait for him to edit. I heard by my sounds, he dropped down here on this cone. So you can see I already aimed towards this side of the fight. Also get a pre-fire. But because he didn't edit instantly, I climb up behind. Because I just heard he edited the wall, I know he will look down. So this means I can climb up without any risk of getting a pump while I climb. And actually, I can pump him. Also pretty good that the cone is here, so I have kinda cover while I climb up. And now I get a free pump. You can see I instantly built again. I don't try to go for like a SMG, because obviously he could pump me now. And I rather build quick before I get pumped back. So now also good awareness for myself, you know. He cranked up. I didn't want to crank also up. It would kinda go endless back and forth. So I see he's only connected by one build and by 2 walls of myself. Especially when your enemy is only connected by your own walls, you can speed pretty quick. And also good for me to notice that this stair does not have any impact on the spleef, basically. Because as soon as I added this wall, and as I broke the wall here on the right, the stair is basically in the air and does not connect him. So then I can spleef him. Also important, while you spleef, already keep your crosshair up towards the enemy. So you can see I already aimed at him, basically. And now, as soon as my wall breaks, and the floor and as my wall and the stair breaks, I can instantly get a pump. And now the guy is so 1 HP. I hit him like 70 wide. I just try to finish off with the SMG. If your enemy is pretty low, guys, rather go for SMG and try to get a shot through his builds. Oftentimes you can easily get a shot, and it's more easy than a pump fight, because in a pump fight you can obviously risk get a 200 pump or get a hard pump back without dealing any damage in case you miss, maybe. So here I try to spray and try to sleep again, actually, because I saw he's kinda, I mean, under him is not really anything where he can connect to. This sleep probably was not, I mean, it was not the best. But I mean, it still worked. You can see now he's sleeved. I pump him, he pumps me back. This is good for me now because he's so low. And now I just leave him again. and I instantly go for the pump. You can see he also drops down with the pump, but this time I do not build like a wall to protect his pump. I mean, I could build a wall now and maybe go for right and peek, but I know because I have the HP advantage, now I can easily just do a pump duel because I will win it 100 times because I have way more HP than he has.
Das war knapp.
So it's a free win for me. Like videos like these, make sure to leave a like and subscribe so don't miss any further episodes. And let's get straight into the last fight of today's video. So you can see this time I'm actually on high ground. Kinda rare to see.
Der Rogi hat sogar mal in Mangral gespielt, damals Trios.
So I go up, I mean we fight. Here nothing.
Der Rogi hat schon mit vielen Leuten mal gespielt.
Nothing spectacular happens. I build a bit, he builds a bit. But we don't really go for any peak. So now I see once again, because he only built up, you could see he didn't really drop down for any peak. And now I see my opportunity. He only connected to 2 pieces, so I tried to sleeve. But I mean the sleeve was kinda dumb because he was right 1 layer above me, so he could pump me this time. But then I get a good pump on him. You can see from the left. I saw him being kinda open, so I run to the left. You could also run to the right and try to get a piece, get a pump, basically get a jump pump on the enemy. So now I get a 300 pump and then I go up because obviously now I can pressure him. Keeps building up, so I try to spleef. But because I see it's 3 brick pieces, so it's kind of difficult to spleef. I know he will drop down before I spleef. So I actually cancel my spleef and instead I climb up in order to get a pump on him. And you can actually see he drops down, thinks I'm below spleefing right now. And now I'm above him. But I mean he builds pretty fast. So I can't get a pump.
Team ist so dumm, Digga. Denkt echt, dass ich das spleefen würde.
So now I replace with the SMG. Also good to not replace with the pickaxe, but with the SMG instead. I mean, I try to get some pieces, but I can't really piece him. He just makes endless boxes. Yeah, I kind of get a lucky pump. But now he keeps on making boxes. But guys, what's the sign, okay? If you look back at the fight, at the beginning of the fight, he just built up, and made 90s. And now he already made like 10 boxes. And he keeps on boxing away. And I know that this guy basically will have no mats pretty soon. Just because he already built so much, guys. So in a fight, it's important to keep awareness about the mats count of your enemy. So you should always consider how much he already built. And especially in the early game, let's say you're in an actual tournament, especially in the early game, the enemies will have low mats. So if you see that they already built like many boxes, you know, they probably have low mats. I mean, in this case, I also see he built so much, he won't have many builds left. And also on the way he builds, you can see he only builds 1 ramp here and not like walls around like you would normally do. So this is also a sign that enemy is low on mats. You should always look for signs that enemy has low mats. You can oftentimes see it in his building style. So I spleef him. And now because I see my enemy drops down, he didn't really build and try to run for peak. So this is a clear sign my enemy has no mats. You can see he only plays like 1 cone and then hides in his own builds. So this means he has no mats. He didn't build his own box, he has no mats. So this then, it's a pretty... I mean, the fight's already won for me, basically. Because I know he has 0 builds, so I played kinda safe. Go for right-hand peaks.
Aber ich hab noch Mats, Kollege.
If your enemy is low on mats, just play it slow, guys. You don't need to rush the fight. I mean, except if maybe third parties are coming, obviously in-game, sometimes it's more important to go over the fight safe. But if there's no third party near, play it slow, so you win 100%. I mean, this time it was kind of dumb. I went down without building. But obviously, I can get a free pump on him, just because he has no mats. That's it for today. Make sure to leave a like and comment, and subscribe to the channel to not miss any further episodes. But keep in mind, guys, these videos will help you to improve. But if you actually want to be the best, you need to put in a lot of effort into the game. But I believe everyone can make it if they grind enough.